Well, I just want to take the time to explain a couple of things about this ninjutsu. I want all people who study the art of ninjutsu to see the difference between these two swords I'm about to show. The misconception is that ninja toes were supposed to look like this in ancient ninja sengoku times, but that's not accurate. See, this is a chikoto, which means a straight, longer blade with a square super guard. But in reality, traditional ninja would not have used uh, this type of sword unless it was a long dai katana that was made straight with a square tsuba, depending on what kind of sword was made at the time. If it was made like that, there was plenty of swords made like that. But one factor you must realize is, folks, is that in reality, the ancient ninja would not have used something like that. They would have used something more like this, a wakizashi version, much shorter. The blade would have had a curvature to it at a shorter length. And this type of blade was preferably used by the ancient ninja because it was a lot quicker on the draw than a regular long dai katana would be. A lot faster in AI Jitsu draws that the ninja would have used. It was a lot more to maneuver with low ceilings, fighting inside Japanese homes. This would not get stuck into a ceiling by swinging a larger katana that the samurai would wield against a foe, causing the blade to get jammed in maybe like a low beam or doorway, or definitely hitting the ceiling or in closed spaces in a hallway. It would have been more of a shorter version of this. This is more preferably what the ancient ninja would have used, a wakizashi blade about this size. And of course, the scabbard or the sagayo scabbard would have been filled with powders, blinding dust, and stuff like that that could have been used to aid them on their mission as well. You know, but the misconception is that a lot of people tend to think that this sword right here was used by the ancient ninja. See, that's the misconception, because these swords didn't come until after the Edo period with the Kabuki theater. These swords right here were made for the version of theatrical events regarding the ninja. Okay? But in reality, the ninja would not have been using this type of sword at that given time in the Sengoku era, between the 1200s all the way up to like the late 1500s. So this is not accurate. This came much later to after Edo, after Japan became a peaceful time. When these swords were popular, the long ninja dai katana, which is still a shorter version of the regular samurai katana. But don't believe that, people. When you're studying ninja arts, do your research. There's no evidence that ninja used this particular type of sword on a mission to aid them. They would use this, a wakizashi, and it had a curvature blade as a regular wakizashi. This one don't have a super guard, of course, because it does, but it has a smaller version. And this is what they would have used to aid them on missions and fighting, from what I just explained. So don't get this mixed up and leave this out. That's not the real truth. I want to educate y'all on this, so y'all know. So ninjutsu practitioners and students won't get confused of this history pertaining to this type of sword here. This didn't come until after the Sengoku era, where this sword got popular. And that was with all the ninjutsu films, going into Hollywood and all that in modern time. But this sword was around back in the Edo period as being popularized, okay? So don't get it mixed up. Now, there was swords during the Sengoku era made like this, okay, with straight blades and with a square super guard. But don't get it mixed up as though the ninja had this sword. That's what I want to re-educate people on. Because they get this whole thing mixed up because this is not the case. And I want people to get this misconception clarified and cleared up because there's been a lot of people uh, displaying this sword like this sword was used back in the Sengoku era and all that time. No, it would have been this wakizashi that was used by ancient ninja. Okay? So now that you know this, you don't have to believe what I say, but go back and do your research. Okay? So the purpose of this is to gather enough information so you will know for yourself. Okay? You decide when you do your research and you find out what was used. Get the truth out of this. Because a lot of people seem to think that this sword was what ninja would actually use. No, This is what they would have used. Okay? Thank you, folks. Thank you.